What's up, it's Cinema Shogun here, and earlier today there was yet another press conference about this missing Titanic tourist sub. But to be honest with you all, I don't really feel the need to show you any clips from this press conference because overall, these press conferences have been kind of pointless. The information they provide is usually old information that I have already provided for you all on YouTube hours and sometimes days before these press conferences even happen. So overall, they've just been kind of frustrating. In fact, I'll do a live reenactment of one of these press conferences right now. We are doing whatever we can to find these 5 individuals on board the sub. This is a search and rescue mission. We hope to find them and rescue them. Well, sir, do you have the proper equipment to get the sub out of the water if you do locate it? No, not really, but we're still holding out hope. We are confident that we are working with the most high-class, educated individuals. We will make sure that we are exhausting every single effort. I am surrounded by professionals that are working day in and day out to do whatever we can to bring those 5 people home. But sir, hypothetically speaking, if you were to locate this sub, is there any way that you would be able to use some type of equipment to get this sub out of the water? No, we do not have the proper equipment available to us. But never mind the fact that they're running out of oxygen. This is still a search and rescue mission. We must hold out hope. And we have equipment on the way that can dive down and properly or possibly rescue them. When will that equipment be here? It's looking as if there's only about 15 hours of oxygen left. Yes, the equipment will be here tomorrow, well after the oxygen is gone. I can go all day. That's basically how these press conferences are going. They come out here and like, yeah, everyone's doing a great job. We're all doing what's necessary. And then when people start asking questions, it's basically revealed that, hey, yeah, we're not going to come out and say it. We'll say all of these fancy things and we'll talk in circle while congratulating everyone who's helping with this mission and shouting them out. But in reality, there's nothing we can do in time. That's what I've taken away from it. There has been nothing revealed in these press conferences that give me any type of hope that they're going to be able to not only locate, but safely get this submarine back to the surface. The only good news that we're getting out of today, as I reported to you all, yesterday they picked up on some tapping or banging sounds that they believe is coming from the sunken lost sub. Now, I'm not an expert here. I believe that these sounds could be coming from anywhere, but they seem to believe that it's a strong possibility that this is an SOS call. Someone in the sub is repeatedly every 15 to 30 minutes, banging on the sub, trying to send out a sonar message to the surface world. Well, the only good news that was revealed today is that today they actually picked up on these sounds as well. So not just yesterday, earlier this morning they picked up sounds as well, which does give us hope that these people are still alive. But I want to give you just a quick idea of the type of equipment that is on the way out there. The best equipment and probably the only equipment that they could use right now to get this sub out of the water. In the press conference, they said that it wouldn't be there until tomorrow morning. And that's well after they run out of oxygen. But they say they don't want to focus on the ticking time clock because there's so many other factors at play. But that's the main factor at play here. In reality, I think they're just trying to be polite for the family and stuff like that. But I'm not getting any sense that they believe that they're going to actually be able to save these people's lives. But let's go ahead and dive right in. Go ahead and hit that thumbs up button as well, because it helps this channel grow, and we're almost to 100K. Mission Impossible? International rescue team of ultra high-tech submersibles, jets, and ships search for the Titanic sub as sonar picks up more ocean noises. As the search for the missing Titan submersible becomes increasingly desperate, some of the world's most advanced underwater search equipment has been deployed to scour the depths of the Atlantic. 2 submersibles capable of descending 20,000 feet beneath the ocean surface are currently leading the underwater search, and more are on the way. Coast Guard chiefs have said the vehicles are being aided by a fleet of specialized ships, which also include tools that could help lift the Titan from the seabed if it is found. But there are now less than 24 hours worth of oxygen remaining on the missing vessel, which disappeared on Sunday morning with 5 people on board. The search area has now expanded to around 14,000 square miles, twice the size of the state of Connecticut. The time pressure is compounded by the fact that the underwater vehicles may be able to pinpoint Titan, which was headed for the Titanic wreckage 12,500 feet below the surface, but it will take additional specialized tools for the mammoth task of bringing the vessel up. Now, I want to show you all some of this equipment. First up is the Odysseus 6K. The Odysseus 6K is a remote-operated vehicle which can plunge to depths of 20,000 feet. The vehicle, operated by the California-based Pelagic Research Services, is equipped with 2 hydraulic arms. The ROV can also be equipped with a lifting fixture, although it is not designed to lift anything as heavy as the 21,000-pound Titan. PRS has reportedly sent Odysseus along with a team of staff to operate it. The submersible was flown out of Buffalo Niagara International Airport on Monday. Described as a easily transportable, extremely capable, and highly affordable, Odysseus is 98 inches long, 88 inches high, and weighs 5,550 pounds. Also, the Nautile is a French submersible which can carry a crew of up to 3 people. Commissioned in 1984, it has had several previous trips to the Titanic wreckage. It is also deployed by L'Atalante. Although Natal, these words are kicking my butt right now, hasn't been confirmed as part of the mission, Coast Guard chiefs said on Wednesday they expect more submersibles to be arriving within the coming hours. Like the other submersibles deployed to search for the Titan, the Natal can reach depths of 20,000 feet. So long story short, they've had planes flying over. They got these sonar buoys in the water. They got ships scouring the ocean. But the most important equipment, the submersibles and these unmanned vehicles, subs, you name it, they're just now arriving on the scene, and some may be arriving on the scene tomorrow morning or in the coming days. The only problem is, at the time of this recording, I would say there's maybe about 14 or so hours left of oxygen. By the time you're watching this video, there will be even less. So we're on a tight time clock here, and it's sad and it's heartbreaking, but it honestly looks like, if I'm to believe what the Coast Guard said earlier, it looks like the most important equipment will be arriving after oxygen has run out. Now, like I said, I'm no expert. Is there a possibility that there's more oxygen? Maybe if, and I hate to think this way, maybe if a couple of people die, maybe that frees up more oxygen. I don't know how these things work, but it's not looking good. But I want you all to hear from someone that actually knows one of the people on board. He's someone who's been in subs and situations. I don't want to say situations like this one, but he's definitely dived deep before. I want you all to hear from him, and what he has to say about this overall situation, what he thinks these people are going through, and then I'll be right back to close up this video.
You've been trained to be in these kinds of confined spaces for long periods of time. Tell us what it's like, what it might be like for the people in that submersible right now.
Well, there's so many things. The first thing is that there's no light, like we just heard. It is pitch black down there. So hopefully they have some flashlights, but you know, I don't know how long those batteries are going to last. The second thing is it's cold. The water is about freezing. So if the heater works, then that's okay. But other than that, you've got body heat only, and it's going to be cold in there. And then the third thing is the oxygen is getting low. I assume the carbon dioxide is going to build, and carbon dioxide gives you a headache. It makes you dizzy, and it increases your heart rate. We had a situation on the space shuttle where our CO2 levels got really high, and everybody noticed it immediately. We all started feeling our CO2 symptoms. So all of that's going on in the context of they don't know if they're going to get rescued. So it's a very psychologically stressful time. And that's why somebody like my friend Hamish, who's a pilot, he's done a lot of different exploration missions. He's going to be able to keep the crew safe, or keep the crew calm, you know, help everybody stay calm and hopefully not freak out.
You've also been in touch with Hamish's family. How are they doing? What are they doing right now?
Yeah, they're waiting. It's an incredibly stressful time. They're doing well. They're able to be together, and they mostly just want to stay out of the view of the press and wait and see. But like I said, you know, the good news is that we haven't had the bad news. And as long as that's true, we've got this armada of Coast Guard and Navy and Canadian and private company airplanes and surface vessels and underwater vessels. So I think that if they can be rescued, they will, but they're in a very tough situation. There's no doubt.
Like I told you all earlier, I'm not aware of how these things actually work, but I would think that someone who is freaking out, having a panic attack or something along those lines, hyperventilating, they're probably using up more oxygen than they would be if they were calmly just chilling. So hopefully they're remaining as calm as possible. If I was down there, I'd be looking at people like, hey, you better hold your breath. Nope, you're breathing too much. You are breathing too much. But seriously, thoughts and prayers out to not only the people on board, but to their family members, to everyone that is searching for them. I think we also need to keep in mind that over the coming days, weeks, hours, there are going to be people who are risking their lives trying to find this craft, regardless if the oxygen has run out or not. So we need to think about those people as well. I'm going to continue to monitor the situation. I can tell you right now, I got several updates coming. So go ahead and hit the subscribe button, ring the notification bell. Stay tuned and just pay attention to my channel. I'm going to be uploading so many videos that you may not get the notifications. So just keep coming and checking, and every couple of hours I will have an update for you all. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, hit that thumbs up button, and I will talk to you all in the next video.